And I'm so this and I'm so this and I'm so this and I'm so this. I'll be alright.
Just that shovel talk.
I'll be alright.
Just that shovel talk.
I'll be alright.
Just that shovel talk.
I'll be alright.
I am cash. A lot of people looking for answers, where to start. So gang started shit that help me call it shovel talk. The type of shit you fight alone, keep it in the dark. Ain't nothing safe, we say it all, it's coming from the heart. The type of shit you hear is love while we motivate. We tryna stick together and shit, split each other's plates. 50 laws of power, 2 ears, 1 mouth, and make you great. Don't trip off your past, God forgives, only humans say. You ever was fucked up on the inside, kept that crooked smile. Ain't nowhere to vent, turn to drugs, you kept that empty smile. Running through topics and passionate, so we all hot. We breaking down the bullshit walls, smashing like we juggernaut. It's that shovel talk. It's that shovel talk. It's that shovel talk. Alright, what's up, y'all? We back at it. We hope that y'all miss us just as much as we miss y'all. This is episode 5 of Shovel Talk. We hope y'all had a real productive week. Everything's good with y'all and going on. We back at it, so we gonna get right back to it. Again, let y'all know, I'm Cash. Y'all can follow me on the social medias at I am Cash Reckless. So fuck with me.
Alright, Swanee 2 times. You can follow me on Instagram, Swanee_2X.
I'm Zay. You can follow me at Zay_the Pharaoh. And today we have a very, very special guest.
Dude.
Dear to my heart. He's multi-talented, phenomenal person, one of a kind, unique. His music, in my opinion, the best R&B motherfucking person to come out, best R&B singer that ever walked the streets of Jersey. My cousin, I call him Jaheed, but he's known as R&B Hunter. So introduce yourself.
Yo, brother, what's good? It's your boy R&B Hunter. It was Shovel Talk. You about to chop it up? Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So let me start off by saying that, the Cash and Shovel Talk, we definitely 1000% appreciate you being. He's the first guest.
Absolutely.
That's very big. He's the first guest. Brave enough to come up here and fuck with Shovel Talk and, pretty much show us love. And, we appreciate that 1000%.
Thank you.
And,
That's what it's all about, bro. We got to support each other. Like, down the line, we don't look back on this like, exactly. We really started something, so I'm happy to be here.
Right. So with that being said, he's a great R&B artist. For my personal experience, as far as Jersey, I don't personally, know or even listen to a lot of R&B Jersey artists. We also have a lot of rappers. He's a great R&B artist. Feel me? And I ain't even just saying this for the ladies and 2 niggas, fellas. He got that bop. He got that bop. I'm telling you, he got that bop. You feel me? Feel what I'm saying? He's a great R&B artist. So we more so even just want to dig into but right now, definitely just his artistry. So my first obvious question would be, what kind of inspired you to
Hold on.
right?
We tell people who we were, like your upbringing, things like that. How did you get inspired by music?
Right.
Why you just gonna take his question?
You didn't take my question. Let's make it into that.
Alright, so I grew up around like a singing family. For me, like everybody some way or another is musically inclined. Like, and when we all get together, like you'll see it. Like it happens. But my mom sings, so like it kind of for me as a kid, I say it all the time, like, it was normal for me. Like in my head, I'm like everybody sing. Like
Okay.
it's normally that's what we do. Like we clean up, we sing. Or we sleep, we sing. So it kind of really was like mainly like my mom, you know. And I feel like when I first knew I wanted to do music, she bought me a actually that's a lot. I was in like kindergarten probably, and like every time it was time to sing or show or something, I was doing it. Like I'm talking about like I was out of kindergarten, and I was coming back doing the graduations or the Christmas shows, like just doing it. Like from that moment, it was like yo, like this is something I always saw for myself, like being on the stage and just entertaining people. Like it's always been there, like since I can remember. Like I always knew this is what I wanted to do. So that's just it was always like from within kind of thing. I was born with the inspiration, like to be a singer. So it's been.
Cool. That's cool. I like that. I do. So do you feel like okay, we're singing, right? Do you feel like because obviously you're talented at the singing wise, right? But let's say if you grew up in let's say the household full of rappers, do you feel like you still would have took the direction in singing?
Um, it's
No,
still,
question.
it still would have been music, like period. Like
Okay.
that's always been my constant. Like when I first started like recording music, I came around a lot of rappers. Like that's why I learned my studio etiquette from. Like I'm talking about we was in the basement recording with the mic inside of like a cardboard box. I could break it and some shit over it. Like the rappers taught me like get it anywhere kind of thing. So like now where I'm at, you can record on your phone. That shit gonna sound like you feel me? It's gonna sound like something.
You do with what you got.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what it takes, man. You gotta do whatever it takes you when it comes to music.
Sure. Facts.
So you know, even with that, right? Because you touched on something, you know, saying just your earlier experiences, first recording and things like that, right? So my next question would be, far as I don't want to say the struggle, but far as okay, from what you is now, because well, I'm gonna let y'all know it's now. Boy lit. Boy lit. I'm gonna let y'all know now.
Got some
Boss. If y'all look him up, you know, on his YouTube and all the music platforms where you look at all your favorite artists, definitely look at R&B Hunter. You gonna see just where he is now and how far he came. So if we taking it back, right, to earlier starting days, do you feel like going through because I'm gonna say this, right? We jump into a thing now where we're more privileged where, like you said, a lot of people could just record off their iPhone now or just go into this and jump into these situations. So they might have skipped all the steps that you might have coming up, right? So with that being said, do you feel like if you could have changed something, right? From doing the things you've done early and the grind you put in early to get here now, or would you rather have kind of elevated in the area where things is more comfortable? How do you feel like going through what you're going through made a difference in you making music and how it built you up more so than just having everything just kind of handed to you in a sense?
So I feel like I needed to struggle. I needed to not have nobody there kind of thing. I needed to have that footwork, like being able to like you really got to put yourself out there. Like literally, it's not a realistic thing for where I'm from. Even in my family, like it's not like everybody knows I can sing, but it's always that. Oh, so what else are you doing? I'm like,
Yeah.
But I definitely needed like those obstacles because if it weren't for then, like a lot of stuff that happened now, I would have folded, I would have quit. It would have been like, you know what, this ain't for me, I'm gonna let it go. But now something happens, I might get tight about it for a little bit, but it's like, wait, I got this other idea, and I'm gonna put it on that, and then just from that, like me being knocked down so many times to now, it's like whatever I want to do, I can literally do it. I wouldn't change anything about it. Like I do it over, and it'll be cool 10 times harder. That's the only thing. Like,
You did the footwork, like far as the CDs, promoting yourself, like you did all of those things.
And it's so crazy because like I was so blessed to actually see most of the work that he's doing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So going from like, because we used to live on top of Leonard Street. My mother all he used to do was sing. When my mom used to be like, "Man, you always singing, shut up," and shit.
Right.
Like, it was just, you always singing.
like that.
So to actually see you go from now, people don't really know about this.
I know what you about to say.
You don't know about this. So it's like sometimes when I see you do interviews and radio shows, you do not mention the fucking Tiger Boys.
So I'll be. It's like one of those things like it's in the past, but it's like yo, I could never forget about it. But it's like it's one of those things you had to be there to really know. Like, and there's only a select few of us that was there. So we had a group back in the day, like. I feel like I forced my cousins to make
But that goes to the same thing that you were saying, where you was like, you thought everybody could sing. Because he literally would be like, yo, you gotta hit this note like this. And we just like, bro, we're trying.
Sing. Like, it used to be intense to the point, I know they was like, it's time to go home.
We had that one there like hustle and flow. Bro, that shit.
So now the idea came from, you know, like if you grew up like in the 90s, early 2000s, like, you know, Raven Simone, the Cheetah Girls, like that right. Thing. Now me personally, I wasn't one of those kids where it's like because they're a girl group, I felt like I couldn't like it. I always appreciated music. I never cared like I don't care what it is that they got going on. Like I was inspired by like yo, they young people and they like making quality music. They got some music now to this day. If you put on a Cheetah Girl song right now, it's crazy. So I'm like, I need something like that. So I'm like, this is my way of being different. Like, we gonna be the Tiger Boys. Like I used to draw fits for us. Like we used to be brainstorming, really putting it together. Like yo, like we had a little theme song. I ain't gonna get into it right now.
So what was his role in this group? So he was rapping.
There was a choreographer. And
I used to dance.
I can see that.
No, I thought he was rapping. I wasn't there. He was rapping.
I'm not used to being inclined like that.
Boy used to move. I knew he used to move.
I used to love that.
Bro, like dance battles and the block parties everywhere.
No funny shit. We used to look at motherfuckers from across the street. We used to sick me on them like I'm a pit bull. Like yo, look at it. Play can get in everything. Go put that plate down. They want to battle.
I thought you guys spent 16s. I'm about to say, why are we getting you on a track? ASAP.
I was a choreographer.
The Tiger Boys. That's cool, man. It always starts with that foundation. Because you build a bond just by spending that much time together doing stuff like that. It builds the bond more so of beyond the music and beyond the choreography and all that stuff. It's just the bond in general. Y'all grow. Once y'all just start putting that time in together, you start to mesh a whole lot more.
That's why it's so dope seeing that R&B Hunter. It's so dope seeing Jaheed. Like, hands now. Because I'm not used to calling him R&B Hunter. I'm sorry. That's just me. Hunter.
Show's like, what's up, Jaheed? I'm like, oh, what's up? I'm not calling you Hunter, Jaheed. I got you saying it like,
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so beautiful seeing like the growth. You know what I mean? Like, cause going from like the shows, I forgot we used to perform at. We used to have like it used to be like a groupie y'all. Yeah. Y'all used to have like Friday shows and stuff like that. I came out to a couple of them. Just seeing him just do all that, just be in his own lane. And a crazy thing is, he got his own sound. Like he got his own sound. You know what I mean?
He don't sound like a lot of these artists.
He don't. You know what I mean? You can tell like I can tell the work that you put into your craft because it's like you could just sound like everybody else. But you don't. A lot of people are copy and paste. They get a Jersey beat, speed it up, or take a sample, speed it up, rap on it, sing on it, and it's just like, yeah, you sound like this guy. I need something original. I need something unique. And your sound, it's like when you hear it, every song that you put out, bro, it sounds different from the next one, or it sounds better than the next one. It's just like, oh, fuck this heavy, but this shit.
Exactly. That's how I was.
This shit is.
And I told him, I'm like, yo, like you could see the progression from when we first started to now. You could hear how he took what he learned and put it into his music each time he went into the studio.
That's
You
right.
could see the difference, and you could see like he's becoming better as an artist every time. So it's like once he's in his prime now, but it's like once he hits the apex, it's gonna be like, bro, what could stop you?
Right, and I'm glad y'all both even said that because we shovel talk, so we gonna dig deep, and it raises my suspicion to my next question, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, we gonna dig into it. I want you to really dig into it, right? Because everything comes with pressure. Because none of us is obviously rich or anything. So I want to dig into like the past, right? And I want you to speak on the pressure because you are R&B artist and singer, right? So I want you to speak on. Did you ever feel pressure coming up? Because sometimes we can know we have a gift, a talent, and something, but depending on our circumstances and what's the norm, if you're not with the norm, you might hide whatever that thing is. And I'm being real, right? We from North. I feel like honestly, it's a lot of dope. I feel like Jersey have a lot of dope artists in general, right? But we gonna dig into North. We gonna dig into North more specifically because that's where we at where we from. It's a lot of dope talent in North, but I do, and this is why I give you your credit because, like I said, I don't know a lot of R&B artists, but you out here. I feel like there's a lot of singers that's males, bro. That's probably dope, but I feel like what we're trapped to do. A lot of people hide that talent for whatever reason. So I'm asking you, right? Being that you are R&B singer, did you ever feel like there was a lot of pressure on you because you did sing, or because of the group of people you hung around? They might not have done that, or have anybody ever tried to taint your image to be like, bro, I think you should, probably rap or whatever it is that's not the norm of it. Like I feel like you get the base of my question. Like, did you ever feel pressure from whether it was family or friends or just what you was around at the time to feel like you shouldn't be doing what you do now, even though you're great at it? But did you ever feel pressure to not be true to what you felt like God gave you the talent to do?
Honestly, like when I was younger, it was like my secret identity. Like I was even sometimes like a little scared around family, but my family played it. It was like, come here, sing this song. I was like, damn, for real? It was like, all right, and I just kind of like with family, I got more comfortable. But I would say like it was like elementary school. Like it was certain people like that really like just put into my life, and it was like for a reason. Like shout out to Mr. Sloan. Like he was one of the first people. Like literally, my mom came from school one day. Helping them. I always been into anything entertainment. Like I'm heavy on the acting, heavy on the musicals, whatever it is, and it's entertainment. I'm with it. So I had drama class. I was helping them with set design. So my mom came after school like, "What you doing that you here so late just to see?" And she came and see like, "This what you're doing? Boy, you gotta get on the stage and sing." He was like, "Wait, you can sing?" And I'm like, "Whoa, chill!" Like, and he's like, after that moment, that's when it first started. I need him rehearsal. I need him to come sing this. After that, it was like it's just something like he came from like that old school, and he never like it wasn't like I'm preaching to you. Like he had something to offer, and something about that like always drew me to him. So he would put me on the songs, and I would learn this song and do this show, do this assembly, and it was like from that moment, it was like from elementary school on, it was like everybody that knew me knew I could sing. So when it came time for something, we know who gonna do this because we don't need the lead role because it's gonna be him. Like so, it never really like after that. Don't get me wrong, the nerves was there always, and there always was the people like that I felt like they were really rocking me. Like I never really grew up, but I always knew like I'm gonna be nervous, but this is what I want to do, so I'm gonna do it. And it's always been that feeling, always 100%.
All right, so that brings me to one. I have a question. Right? So like basically what you explaining is like Mr. Sloan, he was a great mentor. He was just amazing. Do you feel like there's enough mentorship for the younger youth that's trying to come up that are into music?
There's not. No, I'm not gonna say there's not. There is, but because of society and how like things are, it's not cool to do what I was doing. Because don't get me wrong, like
Right, that's why.
there was a lot of judgment from like my peers, and, you know, like because like I'm gonna be honest, I hate to call it like people being haters, but
Yeah.
when it's something that you can't do and you don't understand, that's the reason where we from. It's like that's corny, this, that, and the other, like, but it's always like it was something about him, and like I think it was like because you know like at that time in life in the past, like there was a lot going on for me in life, and that was always my escape. Like music was always not constant. Like no matter what, I had music. It was times I just did not want to go home.
Right.
Me and Mr. Slow listening to Teddy Pendergrass or Cab Calloway, and he telling me like, "Yo, this is what it is," and it just always like so because society like we don't allow ourselves to indulge in it. Like we don't have enough encouragement because it's not realistic. Like it's not.
Right. Talk about it.
If you
That's
be like,
right.
oh, I want to be an artist, you probably pop in the back of your head.
Right. Talk about
I'm gonna
it.
be a pilot or something like you know, like it's there's enough people, but we don't have that like we don't feel like we have that option to be like you know what it's something I want to do and I want to take it on seriously. Like we don't have that enough. Like, it's not the mentorship is society was promoted now. Like it's social media and all of that. Like,
I want to piggyback off of what you said. I think that it's also the fact that people don't want to put the work in. Because everything you see how everybody navigates now. Everything is just it's all on TikTok. So it's like if it's not hitting on TikTok, they feel like they ain't make it. You know what I mean? If they feel like their song ain't being played, they feel like they ain't make it. So people just think that just because I put 100% into this project, craft, or whatever it may be, I should be famous by tomorrow. So they make the video, sing the song, rap the song, check they ad, post it, and then they just sit there and they just look at the numbers, if any, and they're just like, I didn't make it, and so they give up. So if you don't have people like a Mr. Sloan, or they don't have a drive like you do, they're not gonna think to, okay, this didn't hit, so what can I do to make it better? Or what else can I do so that it can hit? You know what I mean? Not to say that what they created was bad. It was just they probably didn't market it right, or they probably need to go to a different platform. So they just think too small, just because that's how basically society is now. It's just like everything has to be put.
Because sometimes it's not even the artist. It'll be a fire song, but if the marketing isn't right, or if you're not reaching the audience that you need to reach, then it doesn't pop the way you think it should. And because it doesn't pop, you feel as though, oh, this is a shitty song. Maybe I'm going to just start making another one. But then later on down the line, people start to hear that song and they go, oh, this is fire. Like, I can't believe I'm skipping over this all the time. Like, you haven't seen that post where it's like, I skipped over this song all the time.
Yeah,
I know it was fire when I actually listened to it.
Yeah.
So it's like, you just gotta make sure that you're reaching the right audience. If you're gonna do this, then do it right. Marketing and all that stuff, that shit matters. It matters a lot because it's a microwave era. Everything is accessible. TikTok, you got 30 seconds to catch somebody. Not even 30 seconds. You got about a good 10 before somebody starts swiping. There's plenty of videos I swipe and I see 2 seconds. I go, this ain't for me. Yeah. And keep going because I just know. So it's like once you get on the algorithm, the thing is you gotta stay on the algorithm because you could be on it for 30 seconds and then the next thing you know, too many people skip. Instagram will take it and put it somewhere else. Or TikTok will take it and put it on the show because there's so much content being put on at the same time. It's hard to get yourself out there because everybody's doing it. People that should be doing it, not to judge, but not everything is for everybody, but everybody tries everything. So some people that shouldn't be doing it, but because their marketing is right or their name is what it is, which would also lead back to marketing, they get the attention. Yeah. Because the marketing is that you can't be mad at somebody for doing a good job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So even with that being said, right? Because you kind of again touched on something that I want you to speak even more about, right? So I have a question for you. How much did you singing your music, just you singing in general, impact your life? In the sense of, again, we from Jersey, we from North. It's a lot of different ways your life could have went. Do you feel like music saved you in a sense of keeping you from doing, just the total wrong thing? Or was it a safe zone for you, an escape from what's the norm, where we from? How much did you singing? What does your music and you singing do for you? What is it? How impactful is your music and singing in your life? How much big of a role do that play for your upbringing and how you are today?
So, like you said, it's always been an escape for me. Like, me personally, I just never been into being outside. Like,
Okay.
I play with my friends this that, and the third. You kids, you do bad shit.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
everybody else is outside. I was in the house. He'll tell you, I hated Justin Bieber. He stole my life story. That shit was one of my biggest inspirations. The fact that he met him twice and got put on him, I'm like, let me watch him because what is he doing that I'm not doing? Always was on always had like a plot. Like, I gotta figure out like what is it I'm gonna do. Like, music literally kept me from a lot of things you could imagine. Like, literally, I'll tell you, like, since I've been in school, I probably was like the last person to leave because I'm there doing rehearsal or I'm in there playing a song, and it's like I didn't want to go home because of X, Y, Z. What was I doing? I'm in the auditorium. I'm making them turn on the lights and shit. So I could, it literally it made a difference for me because if it wasn't music, I don't know where I would have been, and from how I am in certain situations, I know life could have taken a turn for me. It definitely could have because. It was a lot of influence. All my friends, everybody was, you from the hood. Everybody, your cousin do this, your uncle do this. You want to be like them. Yeah. I just want to sing. Like, that's all I wanted to do. Like, I don't care about nothing else. Like, so it definitely set me on the path that it allowed me to travel. It allowed me to meet certain people and be in certain rooms and just have opportunities that to this day, I'm grateful for the accomplishments I've made thus far. If God forbid it today, the world explode, I'm happy, because I've got to do so much. Like, kid me would be so proud of the things that I've done and accomplished. Like, now, some stuff is it's real to me. But when I was younger, I got a song, I can hear my voice. People can hear this. I used to record songs on my MP3 player and be listening back to it. I really got something okay, wait, let me try it again. It's just it's definitely it really just kept me going. Overall, it's been the thing that's been pushing me. Without this, I don't know. I'd probably try to be James St. Patrick. I don't know. Who knows?
Shout out Ghost, man.
All right, I got a question. Right. So before we recorded, me and you was chopping it up, and I told you I like the fact that you have music theory. I'm a big fan of musicianship. Right. So, did you develop your music theory on formal training, as in going to school, learning instruments and stuff like that, and how to scale? Or did you just learn based off of experience of doing it for so long since you was a kid that you just developed gradually as you went along? Did you do the school training or did you do it just based off of the grind?
So it started off with my mom. And the first song I can remember her teaching me is Seven Campbell's song.
Is it
Campbell's song?
It's a song from, I think it's tomorrow will bring a better you. It's when he was a kid.
Yeah.
But my mom did not play. She did not play. I'm talking about. They said, all right, you performing for the graduation. I remember every day after school, she told my sister, hey, I'm standing in the living room looking at the TV, singing the song. If I mess up, do it over. So after that, after learning at home, I was going to Belmont Ring and look, and they were opening up an Arts High Annex for middle school. But the building wasn't ready, so they said, if you're going to put them in high school, that for me was I'm like, what? Arts High? It's lit. I heard so much about the school, I always wanted to go there. So I had the opportunity to start there in the 6th grade, and that's why I started my, learning the theory of it, really being able to break things down. So now it's even though I haven't studied theory in so long, I could go to a room full of musicians who are trained in that, and I can communicate. I can talk to them, and it's oh no, that's a quarter note off, or it's a little flat right here. I think you need to modulate it up. It's a different conversation you can have. It's really the universal language. I can go anywhere and speak this language to anybody. So definitely school. Shout out to Arts High.
Yeah,
definitely.
So off the top of your head, right? When I'm thinking about it, What's one of your best moments that you can remember in just going through your career that you experienced so far? And second question, the first question. What's your favorite song that you made?
Bro, you stole the question.
I'm sorry, because I'll think about that. I find out a lot of people ask artists what's their favorite song that they made and why. Because sometimes the why even matter.
Yeah.
So, you know, off the top of your head, what's your favorite moment that like you remember that you was like, yo, this is really dope that I did? Because I'm pretty sure, you know, I want to know. They want to know. And, you know, your people watching, they want to know what's your favorite moment you have living, you know, going on with this life that you experienced.
So my favorite moment, when I started I started connecting. We had some people from Atlanta fly up, and she was like, we were a little popping at the time. So when they came over, they linked up with us. I don't even know how the relationship came about. I think my manager knew popped or whatever. So they came up and we started a school tour. The first stop we went to MS 224 in the Bronx, and when I tell you, these girls was going crazy. Like it's on YouTube, Hunter. I'm walking through the crowd, they screaming, I'm talking about, I'm looking at them, they falling out, like, I'm just like, yo, is that real right now? Like, it was Michael Jackson, and I'm talking about, I'm walking up to groups, I just give a look, they're like, yo, I watched the video to this day, and I'm like, yo, like, I remember where I was at that time period, and like, I wasn't the most confident person, like, I was very, like, self-conscious of I felt like I don't look right. I feel like my head too big for my body. My feet was growing, like you know, you going through things like you know, my voice changed super early, so it was like I felt like I couldn't resonate with like people my age. But that moment, I was like, yo, I want this for my life. Like, yo, to be there, you had to be there, bro. It was. I'm talking about. It was like we started like a not a soul train line, but it was like chasing us around the auditorium, and we just yo, it was so crazy. But that's like my top 3 moments of my career overall. That I'm gonna talk about that forever, like forever.
That's tough, bro.
Facts.
Now, what's your favorite song that you
Favorite song that I've made
and why?
It better be my favorite
and
song.
you better dig into it. I want you to dig into it. Like, because even if it was inspired by a certain event or a certain lady, I want you. This shovel talk, so I need y'all to let them know. We be honest and we dig into shit. I want you to say
to a lot of musicians, their songs are like their kids.
Right.
So they want to get that. Oh, I love my kid.
Right.
We don't want that.
Yeah, we want the real.
If you had to pick one song before it was time to clock out, what's the song that you singing?
You know, they might choose a favorite kid, but honestly, it's Bestfriend. And why? Because number one, to this day, that's a song. Like at the time, I didn't know anything about marketing. I didn't know I know about like what I had to put into a track or anything. That's one song that to this day, and I released that in 2018 or 2019. It's still doing numbers. I didn't touch it. I didn't do nothing. I put it out.
It's a good song.
It's still doing numbers, and basically just give a backstory about it. So the storyline of the song, I had a best friend in high school, and you know, like she had an abusive boyfriend. I didn't know it initially, but she went from a straight A student to like she didn't play about her grades, none of that, to she fell off real bad. And I never knew why, but I just was like, you know, I'm here for you. And when I found out about like what was going on, it bothered me because like full disclosure, like my mom beat me up for real.
Right.
Like she don't play that like you said what?
Yeah.
It's like you looking at me, she about to trash you. For me, so like when the situation came about and I first learned about it, you know, you're not supposed to put yourself in those situations because it can be real tricky. But when I care, so it was like it bothered me so much. And like me and this dude, we used to go back and forth all the time. Like to the point it got real bad at one point. But like it was like a couple years that we graduated. You know, we didn't speak no more because of the situation. And when I heard this beat, I just like all I could think about was that situation. I'm just like it just flew out of me. Like, I don't think I wrote it down at first. Like I just was like just in the house just pouring and just singing about it. And like it was so real and so many people. It touched so many people. Like I didn't even like it at first. Like for me, it was like I wrote something down in my journal and I kept it. And people were just like, nah, like I really like it. And a lot of women that came to me was like, yo, like you was talking about me.
Yeah.
I felt that like it was a problem for me because it's like, damn, I was thinking about something that I felt like I was going through the whole time. A lot of women go through this, and I did not know that. So it just was like
it went from something that I was going through to something that we was going through.
exactly.
Right?
And till this day, like people still ask about like yo, like I love song, like I listen to, like it helped me get through this, and I'm like yo, like that's real because I remember looking up to certain artists, and I'm like yo, like listening to this song helped me like be okay, like, and it's like for people to tell me that it's like yo, like that's all I ever wanted was to touch people, like you know that, like,
man.
Yeah, and that's R&B.
like,
That's legit R&B.
Real
Like,
R&B.
the fact that you created a song off an experience that caused you to be empathetic and to look into somebody else's situation and create something based off that. Unintentionally, well, not even really knowing that it was going to blow up the way it did or touch other people the way it did, it makes it that much beautiful. Where you have like, I don't really mean to shit on artists or other artists that just come up with rap songs, but we spoke about this before, on and off camera, where people will make music and they don't even live a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're able to make music and you can hear it in every song that you sing, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, it's damn near relatable. Either you know somebody or you've been through it yourself, and you're just like, yo, like, nah.
and that was the first song I ever wrote off of my like. Cause before like being young, honestly, I used to tell people I used to listen to like the old people around me talk. And I used to write about that because I ain't been through nothing like that.
Right.
It's like, what am I going to talk about? Like going to the store, nobody will hear about that. Like all hit stuff. But that was the first song I ever just like. I like when I listen back to it and when I watch the video, I sit there and all like. I remember this like yo.
The
like,
song is great.
Crazy.
The song is great, but the video makes it 10 times better.
Yeah, the video.
Like, watching this, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Yeah.
You don't know this, but I saw it. I watched it when it was underneath, and because I was at work and somebody was Coco was showing. She showed me, and I was just like, a tear almost came to my eye because I'm like, yo, like,
For real.
I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, it was that dope, and I'm just like, nah, this the one. I just told you that. I'm like, yo, every time that you put out a song, I'm like, nah, this the one for real. Then you come out with another project and it's better than the last one, and it's just like, nah, this the one. I'm trying.
Yeah.
Everybody, look at this shit. This the one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you really can feel the effort, the time, the love that you put into this music. That's why I fucks with it so heavy, and I want people to.
Let me tell you what fucked me up with this guy, right? So we watched the video for Bestfriend, right? We watching it. I'm glued. He's talking to me, but I'm glued.
Yeah.
And then while he talking, I just came out of like, he fucking killed her. He was like, wow. He was like, did he? I was like, what you mean? He's like, never know. It's a little cliffhanger. Keep watching. I'm watching. I'm like, oh shit, she might not be dead. I'm like, so is she dead? He like, it's up to you to decide, bro. I'm like, no, don't do that Lord shit. You tell me she died. It should be solved. It should be, is she gone or not? He like, nah, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's all up to basically like the interpretation of how you would take it. Because some people might see it one way where it's like, if you die, this is what I took from your response. You didn't say all this, but this is what I took from it. Where it's like, a woman could have been going through that, and he could have killed her figuratively and literally. You know what I'm saying? Like, figuratively is like, she could have died and became a whole nother woman after that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it became somebody totally different. Like, I ain't going through this shit no more. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? There is a scene where he walks in after she's laying on the floor, the boyfriend's standing there, and they make the eye contact, and that's when I'm like, oh shit, it's about to go down in this motherfucker. But then the video just goes off, so it's like, where did it go from there? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it leaves room for imagination where you could interpret it however you artistically interpret it. And I like shit like that. Because that was dope. And I was so drawn in. I'm just watching that shit like it's a movie. Like, and then when they fumbling for the gun and all that shit, I'm like, oh shit, he gonna kill her. He gonna fucking kill her. He just like, yo, he was talking to me and I'm just, I'm like, yo, he killed her? Like, I mean, it's up to you, man. You gotta see it how you see it. And then he could have obviously he could have killed it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I like my interpretation.
Yo, crazy thing is, right? Because that brings me to my next thing I kind of want to discuss, and I'm great Hunter here because he can help us even discuss it. But before I jump to that, if y'all want to see what we were just raving about, bruh, R&B Hunter, Best Friend. Look at that fucking video. It's amazing song. Best Friend, whoever was Best Friend at that time, I'm kind of appreciative to you because you helped this nigga make a beautiful and great song. Feel me? And R&B, y'all know that's real and beautiful. So we gonna say that's what R&B is. So if y'all want to see what we was raving about, go look at that. It's a you cooking this beautiful thing. It's an artist for you. He inspired me. He turned it up. Swami did say something that kind of sparks my next conversation, right? Which kind of is about the Best Friend song, right? So we all been seeing lately something that been happening worldwide is how the woman who pretty much she killed the baby.
Yeah.
She killed the baby, and allegedly it was because the man didn't want to be with her, right?
Yes.
So, and let's just say that's crazy right there. That's crazy right there. And I'm gonna ask Hunter because he's here this week. Because I feel like that kind of sparked the conversation what we had before that. I want to know, Shovel Talk, we want to know, what do you feel like is more dangerous, love or greed? And I'm asking because clearly, I don't know, nobody really knows the basis of what that situation was based on.
Yeah, because it could be something totally.
That was some fucked up shit. Regardless, whatever she was going through, and I'm gonna say that was most on the side of love. She probably was so hurt that she killed the baby, which is absolutely terrible. But that situation is fucked up in itself. So if you want to speak on that situation, get opinion, you can as well. But what do you personally, from your just life experience, what do you feel like is more dangerous as a human? Like love is more dangerous because this shit, it could derail you to do, or greed, because greed could be a very bad thing too. Especially somebody like you who deal with a lot of important people and status and this and that and that, you know what I mean? So what do you personally feel like is more dangerous?
Honestly, I think love is more dangerous because realistically, and especially I can speak on this because where we come from, 4 out of 5 people never experience love. And at home where it starts at, they don't experience that, and it's like a drug, for example, right?
Okay.
Love is definitely a drug.
Right, I agree.
You never known about drugs. You know nothing about it. No experience none of that. First time you get something, and let's hope it's something that is just like whatever one time thing. You get something that's like you never felt before, and it's filling that void. You're gonna go for that, and you're gonna wild out for it because it's like I never had this before. I don't know myself now after this because I'm so distraught from what it was before that. That now it's like I'm gonna burn the fucking world down. I'm gonna, sad to say, kill my baby over this, and it's sad, but it's honestly it's the reality. It's the reality that a lot of people never experience that, whether it's from their parent or it's from their siblings, their friend, their significant other. If you don't know what love is, the slightest thing gonna seem like it. And once you get that and it's in your head, it's like that's mine. So I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to keep it and get it. And greed, that's something that's everlasting, but there's different levels of greed where it's like you might do this, that, and the third, but love is something like that's internal, that's like a chemical reaction in your body, that's something you can't stop that. Like when you love somebody, we all have been there before. You love somebody, you don't even know it, and they do something and you messed up for weeks.
Thank you, because I said that. Fucked up over that shit.
Can't eat, can't sleep.
Yeah,
it's fucked up over that. You change your whole life over love, and it's crazy. Like greed is just something that's just like, you know, it could be good greed, bad greed, but that love
He
is
said that.
it's
Someone said that.
it's dangerous. Like,
Yeah,
it's unpredictable, man. That's a song.
Right, unpredictable, and that's crazy you said that because neither one of us mentioned that. But love do have some unpredictable shit,
Yeah.
and that's a dangerous thing in itself. Because I feel like the person that's even feeling that emotions, I feel like the woman that even killed her baby, I don't even think that was planned. But like the fact, the heartbreak, and what I said, and being that the fact, yo, when you're heartbroken, the unpredictable shit is the dangerous shit.
Yeah.
Cause you don't even know what the fuck your next move
And
is.
the crazy thing is, she probably wasn't even gonna kill her before that.
Exactly.
Right.
She probably was not even gonna kill her before that.
You never heard a fly. It just all of a sudden kill your babies.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
Like, damn.
it literally like when I lost love the first time in my life, like
Well, let's talk about it.
my boy that like he literally like took one of his wings from day one. Like from day one, I'm talking about it's like 5 minutes after the conversation, I heard him tell somebody, "It's my little brother." I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even know you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
or like he was one of the people that like he the reason why I'm doing what I do now. Like he gave me that confidence to yo, you better send to these girls. Like you can have anything you want in this world the same. I used to be like, bro, go ahead. Like I don't care about none of that. But he told like he instilled that in me. Like unfortunately, like 2020, somebody shot him with somebody else.
Wow.
And died. And like since then, I'm still to this day trying to get back right. And the things that I was on my way to do when it happened, I'm not no street dude. I'm not. I don't get none of that. But the things that happened following that event, and when I think back about it, like it tears me up because it's like, yo, like I was really out here. Like I turned into a whole different person after that. Like I can speak on it, but like
if you know, you know.
it took me to extremes that I would have never, like, I would have been like, yo, I've talked people out of this kind of stuff. And the stuff that I did over, like, that heartbreak, it was like, yo, like I told myself, like, yo, when I find XYZ, I'm going to do what I do.
Yeah.
And it's like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I still haven't let it go. It's been, what, 3 years? That's still at the front of my mind, like, because of the love, like, it was unconditional, like, no matter what. I'm talking about, this is one person, like, I could have a bad day. He didn't care. It could be 3 in the morning. He's pulling up to come get me. It's like, you want to smoke? Take a ride with me to Alabama. Just to, like, he was that person, like, so it was like, to lose that, it was like, oh, not so I know that all too well. That's why, like even now, like, that affected how I am in relationships now. Like, I don't get too close. I got a lot of self-love now. Like, I had to learn how to love me to feel that void. So now it's like, when it comes to girls, like, I be around a lot of pretty women. It's like, you not hitting that? Nah, like, it's all love. Like, I don't need that. Like, it's just, I'm still trying to fill that space and to substitute for the other things that I was doing before. It's like my people around me. Like, if I got you, I got you. If I love you, like, I'm holding you down, and that's just it. Like, no question asked.
So he wasn't even the target that the individual was looking for. He was mistaken identity.
So the person was outside arguing with whoever about whatever, came in the house. Okay. Somebody called, like, yo, somebody came to the house looking for me? Nah. Alright, talk to you later. Alright, better. Banging on the door. Bro, open the door. Not opening the door. Sleep. Okay. Brother gets up. Big mother and his daughter in the house. Gets up, opened the door, shot him. He was on and went through the side and let out. Wow. Like, it's because he was one of those people, like, I tell you, like, you're talking about somebody that can go to any hood. Yeah. And it's like, oh, and it's like, he was the reason why, prior to him, I wasn't going to nobody hood doing nothing. I wasn't doing any of that, but he showed me, like, yo, it's love out here, bro. It's just, I don't know how you get it, but it's there. And he showed me that. That's why now, like, I accept all walks of life. All right, cool. You see me with the geeks, with the weirdos, with the killers, with the, you feel me? I don't judge people, like, you feel me? Like, because of him, he taught me that, like, yo, like, you don't got to be that person all the time. Like, if you see him, you would have been like, oh, like, he might be the other person ever. Like, he'll shoot a video for you for $5 because that's what you said you got. Like, he was that kind of person. Like,
I've met him before off the strength of you.
Yeah,
and he was he was one of those guys that was just like, he was a cool motherfucking guy, bro. He was a cool motherfucking guy, bro.
I'm talking about people that did him dirty, and I'm a little bit. Now we about to go do this.
Yeah, fucking guy, bro.
Like,
Cool fucking guy.
I'm telling you, man. Like he's one person. Like, if it wasn't for him, I don't think I'd be where I am now. Like, we actually had a group back in the day. Like, that's how I came up because he used to rap, he used to dance. So I'm telling you, like, it used to be so annoying. Why you keep making me come sing with these girls, bro? Like, I don't want to do this. Like, you feel me? But he instilled it in me. My confidence came from him. Like, it wasn't for him telling me, like, man, you better get up there and do that. If I meet him, I'll still be shy. Like, now, I go to somebody, oh, you sing? Sing me something. I can do it before. What about tomorrow? Like, I don't, like, you feel me? Like,
Some herbal tea.
word. Like,
All right, so I have a question, right? The name R&B Hunter, was it always R&B Hunter as your stage name, or did you have a name prior to that?
Shit, you had like
That?
you just had so many,
so,
bro.
I had a lot of names, like, in the past when I was still, like, trying to figure it out. But when I actually decided to start it, I was going by Just Jaheem. Like, my first name was Just Jaheem. Like, so, but when I started to travel, like, down south a lot, before I was able to, like, establish myself, it was like, what's your name? Jaheem? You know what remind me of? Jaheem. So and because my voice was so deep, so young, it was like I couldn't resonate with people my age. So it was like I found myself like I'm in Marlowe's in Newark, which is like an older people spot. And I'm singing for them, and it's like when I go around my people, I don't know how to like to reach y'all because it's like I was so used to that. So after those like rounds of just constantly put in that box. Because don't get me wrong, I'm R&B, like I love R&B, but my inspiration comes from. I'll show you my playlist right now on my phone. You be like, how do you sing like this? And you listening to this? Like, like, so at first I was going to change it to Hunter because my family last name is Kid, and I always felt like I hated my last name. But it was like in the moment I'm like, yo, I need something that's gonna catch them off guard. Like a black boy named Hunter, what? So it was just Hunter at first, and I swear it was like a movie. When I first signed my deal with Sabi Hunter, my first show, I had to find an Instagram name. So I just put R&B Hunter, just like whatever, like just throw it up there. And it was like introducing R&B Hunter, and I'm like, that's not the name.
He liked that shit.
But it was like, oh, hi, R&B Hunter.
Yeah, he liked that shit.
All right, it just had a ring to it, like R&B Hunter. So my motto was I put R&B on everything. So I'm talking about drill, EDM, country. I've been putting R&B on everything, so it was like R&B Hunter, and it just clicked, and it's just been ringing off ever since.
Yeah, because sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you don't choose your name. The people choose your name.
The people definitely choose.
Like Fabulous got his name because he spelled Fabulous in one of his freestyles on the radio, and he spelled it wrong. So they thought he was saying his name was Fabulous, and that's what they called him, and then he ended up sticking with that name ever since.
That's hard.
He spelled Fabulous out in the freestyle and spelled it wrong. So they thought he spelled it that way because he was spelling his own name. And they called him like, yeah, Fabulous just came through the look. And he just like, no, you know what? And it was like, all right. And that's how he became Fabulous. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just end up getting a name because the people give it to you. You know what I'm saying? So
that's real artistry.
If it works, it works.
People create the narrative, you're doing something right. That's happened a lot for me. I don't, Victoria, bro. My song.
So speak on Victoria.
Victoria was inspired by the sneaker link that I had. You feel me?
Okay.
She used to wear Victoria's Secret every time we linked up. She had Victoria's Secret on. So
it makes sense now.
It was a song. Like I'll be like, oh, I'm about to win Victoria. And it's like, who? And I'm like, don't worry about it. When I made the song, it was like I'm basically talking about like my sneaky link. Like, it's a metaphor for my sneaky link. And then one time I played it at Neptune's, the bar I work at Neptune's. I started playing it in there, and people just started being like, "Yo, where's Victoria?" But because some people didn't know that it was a song, it's like, "Are you really looking for a girl named Victoria?" Like, I had a homeless man pull up, like, "I'm looking for Victoria." I told him, like, "Bro, you come back with Victoria, you get whatever you want." Like, you never come back and be like, "I can't find her." Like, and I'm like, "Me neither." So it just like everybody said, "Where's Victoria? Where's Victoria?" I had people like outside taking pictures, like Victoria Pizza. I found her, like. The people created that, and I was like, I swear to God, like, we held on the song for so long. The song pushed itself. it pushed itself. And I was just like, all right, I guess we're looking for Victoria. Like
between Victoria and Lottery.
oh yeah,
Lottery is up there. Victoria, I like. What made me put Victoria over the top was the video. The video was
Victoria
amazing. So it was like that's what I get the description as well. Victoria and Best Friend is definitely gonna be in the description for y'all to go click and link and watch it. But the visuals behind Victoria made me like it even more. So I'm like, damn. Because Lottery was the first song I heard once I started doing my research on them. And I'm like, well, this song is fire. I'm singing around the house and I heard Victoria. I'm walking around singing around that song. So it's like, damn, these two songs. That's why when he was like, what's his favorite song? I'm like, it better be my favorite song too. Because these songs is fire.
lots of them. That's one of my favorite too, because it's like I said, I can only write from my experience now. Like and like basically what I'm saying in the song is like this is too good to be true. Like
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like don't tell me the truth. Like yeah, you selling me a dream. You know what? Lots of people because I'm with it. But go ahead and lie. Like I don't want no extra. If you got a lie, do that. Like I'm gonna be the dummy. I'm gonna accept what I get and lie to me. That's it. That's all. And it's like we all been that person before. Where it's like I want this person so bad. I don't care what they say that they got going on. Like I'm gonna just lie. Tell me
it's the ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, tell me you at work and
I rather not know.
I rather not know the truth.
It's so good right now. If I do know the truth, it's gonna ruin what I see. Like that's what made me like the song was real relatable. Like music you can really relate to. You hear it the first time, you're like, damn, like you talking some shit.
And it's crazy because I swear to God, the whole song was freestyle. I'm talking about we in the studio on the break. He played the beat and I just get in there. I'm just like, tell me that you love me. Tell me that you love me. Tell me anything. Like. I'm just like, cause I really feel it. I think I was in that situation at the time. Like, honestly, at this point, girl, just say whatever so we can cool. Let's just enjoy the night. Tomorrow, go do what you do. Like, but right now, just lie so I can just like be okay with it. I was feeling wild, so I just started just going and like punching in, like adding this here, and like I'm feeling all of this, yo. And it's like those vocals. I'm talking about lit. I was like, them vocals, the same vocals that I recorded. I made that song like 2 years ago. It's just been said, I've been bumping it, like, I don't know what it was about it, but I just like, yo, like, I really like this. Like, when I just threw it out there, I'm like, people gonna love this song. Like, I didn't even really announce it too much. It's coming out tomorrow. Be ready, like, that's it. Like,
Alright, so I'm saying the ladies gonna love this question, because I got y'all ladies. They gonna love this question. So what kind of woman does R&B Hunter look for? What gets your attention? What qualities would you like in a woman that she would have that make you be like, I would consider this? What does R&B Hunter look for?
Who's the ideal
in his woman? Yeah, what's the ideal woman in your eyes? Yeah, look, fuck them up. That's right. Let them know. What does they need to get R&B Hunter's attention? What is he like? Because you might say something that your follower don't even know about you that you even like. So I want you to really dig deep and think. So what is R&B Hunter like in his woman?
This might be a little toxic.
Let's go. That's real. I like it. Shovel talk. Let's get into it.
Alright, so let me start off. So the type of dude I am, and as crazy as it may sound, whatever, it's my life, not yours. I'm very laid back. Like I'm not too like I said, I have a lot of self love to the point where like we go out together and a nigga could be trying to talk to you. I will go with him. I want to get. Let's buy you a shot. Tell him to get a bottle. Fuck it. Tell him to come sit with us. Like, I'm very free spirited when it comes to that kind of thing because I don't like to feel like. And this goes back to that, love is a drug kind of thing. Like, I don't like to feel like I own nobody because when we do like human nature, we want what we can't have, and all the time. I've experienced that a couple of times, but I don't like that feeling. Like I don't like nobody feeling like they could take something from me, and I'm like, dang, no, I want it back. I don't like to feel like you in a prison. I like for my girl to be like a very free spirited person. Like I feel like in the business I'm in, you need that. Like you need somebody that can help you work the room. When you can't, she can. If you can't, like And the way the industry is now, it's like niggas make a move for baddest girl in the room before they do you. And you can have it all together. You can have the marketing down, the budget down, the fan base. Because she's fired, they gonna do it for her. So for me, I like somebody that just knows how to play her role, who's not too like super dependent on like me. I like somebody that understands like some days I swear to God I won't talk for 2 days. Won't nothing be wrong. I'm just that kind of person.
It's like that.
I won't talk. I like somebody that's confident and know. Oh, he just chilling, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like somebody that could go out on her own and do her own thing and just I like somebody that's very ambitious. Like very like self-sufficient. Like don't get me wrong. Like as a man, of course, I'm always going to 40-60, which of course 60 on me, 40 on you kind of thing. If not even that, shit, I'll do a little more. But you have to match my impulsiveness. Like you gotta be like, let's drive to LA right now.
Okay.
But I gotta work tomorrow. Fuck it, let's just go. I bet I'm
So you like spontaneous shit.
Spontaneous.
Intentionally.
You gotta be very spontaneous. Like with me today, I want to get my life together tomorrow. I want to do the rocket ship and go to the next place. And you gotta be able to keep up with me. If you can't understand it, but that's kind of why I'm really like I like to hold on. I feel like we had experience. And when I tell some girls be like, yo, this is bullshit, but I'm like, yo, like I've learned that in life. Like, yo, I'm here for the experience, bro. Once this skin is done, it's done. I want to die knowing like, yo, like I lived a life where it ain't all about fucking, bro. Trust me.
Right.
I have a lot of bad friends, bro.
Right.
We ain't never did nothing for me. It's not about that. It's about the experience. Like I want to live so that when I am ready to settle down and really figure it out, I ain't out here doing this, that, and the third. Because right now it ain't really no time soon for me. But I'm too like I want to be here. I want to be here. I want to be there. And like I said, no got nothing to do with fucking none of that. It's just about like I'm a person, and especially where we come from. And like we used to sit and talk about all the stuff we want to do. Like, oh, we gonna do this. We gonna have cars and this, that, and the third. I just feel like me personally, I can't do that with somebody who's so stuck in this is just what I want to do. Just to do this. So you gotta keep up with me. You can't do that.
So your ideal lady have to be on what you on pretty much. Well, for the most part, I say that.
She gotta be what I'm on, but she gotta be her own person. Don't be dependent on me to have fun. Like I said, if you go out and I'm like, I just want to chill right here. Go have fun.
Okay.
I'm confident enough to know that you'll be back.
Right.
And you gonna do the right thing. Like if you somebody that if you make me worry, you want some shit.
Yeah.
I don't worry. Like when I tell you, bro, like come see me, come. Bro, I don't have my shorty. Ask to pull up, come get us. We gotta go out to lunch. We all know what done happened.
Right.
That's some.
I'm very. It's happened multiple times before to the point. It's like, yo, like people come to say, you man. No, I'm just it's just regular life.
Basically, so basically, you want y'all both to be free spirited, but be cohesive at the same time.
Exactly.
It makes sense. Because that life you want to live will only work with somebody who's willing to live the same life that you live.
Exactly.
Another person, like if you a free spirited person and outgoing and stuff, if you want to do this, that, and the third, you can do that, but you can't do that with somebody that just want to be in the house all the time. When they're in the house, they want you in the house because you want somebody that's where you like, nah, I'm chilling. It's like I'm chilling. You feel me? And then you know what I'm saying? You want to go out, go ahead, go have a drink or whatever. You know what I mean? Go have a drink. I'm cool with you know what I'm saying? You don't want somebody where it's like, oh, she want to go out, and if you don't go out, she got an attitude. You know what? I'm staying home.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get it.
And vice versa.
Like, do your thing. Like, be here for a short time, bro.
Yeah.
Be here for.
And that comes with understanding. Understanding. You know, with the person, because a lot of people. We gonna speak on like even, and it's not even just relationship shit. Because I don't feel like you gotta be involved with somebody and had a title of a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, to have communication. But I do feel like a lot of people do get the twisted narrative of, oh, if we got communication, our relationship gonna be all right. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I feel like that's half of the battle. Because I feel like one half is communication. Obviously communicate. But the other half is understanding. Because I can communicate to you as much as I want. I can communicate as much as I want, but if you're not understanding and taking in what the fuck I'm saying, the result is not going to be the result that we need because you don't get what the fuck I'm talking about. So everybody feel like, oh, we communicate, we gonna be good. No, bitch, we not gonna be good because you not understanding what I'm telling you.
You're not grasping it.
Like, bro, if I'm saying, you know what I mean, ain't nothing wrong with me, I'm chilling. Go ahead, baby, I don't feel like it tonight. Go ahead, go out and do your thing. I know you're not understanding what I'm telling you because I might come with an attitude. What you mean you want to go out? I don't want to do it no more. I'm just like, bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
no, because you act, and then they flip it on some shit like this. No, because you act like it's something wrong with you. Well, they got an attitude with you, they think something wrong. It's like, bro, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with me. Or they thought you being sarcastic and saying, no, go out, baby, do your thing. I ain't even being sarcastic. This is the real me. So you can communicate and y'all go back and forth all you want, but if you're not, receiving what I'm saying and understanding what I'm saying, it's gonna constantly be a dash.
Yeah, so you gotta just basically you guys have to understand each other's environment. Like being so that I'm comfortable. If going out to the club is your thing, I respect you. You know what I mean? I knew what I was getting into when you said that you like going out to the club.
Right.
So, and if I'm telling you, like I say now, I play the game with my guys, I'm not lying to you. This is what I do.
That's
so
me.
Why would you make me do anything else other than that? See what I'm saying?
Why
So
would
I
you
won't
want
be
me to
doing
do anything else?
Yeah, because it's like at that point, it's like you taking me out of my element.
Mm-hmm.
And it's different if it's just, oh, let's try something new. Then I can see like she trying to encourage me to try something new. You know what I mean? If it's on some come out to the club with me, knowing that's not my thing, then you not respecting the fact that this is my end. Like this is where I relax. This is where I decompress. This is me.
That all comes with self-awareness, though. Like, it took me some time to get to this place where I'm at, where it's like, I could go to a girl and a lot of dudes would be like, oh no, I keep it a stack. You could ask, I really keep it a stack, bro. Like, I haven't, is it even fuck with it? You don't.
Right.
And if you don't, somebody will.
So, and that's not for you.
It don't have to be that. And people a lot of times like, yo, that's kind of fucked. That's a fucked up lifestyle I live. Not really, because it's like, yo, like, bro, that knowing yourself, you see from a lot of BS. Like, there's been a lot of girls in the past where it's like we've talked for months and months and months, and they've asked me, like, a lot of girls, why you ain't ever trying to, like, because I know what you want, and I want that. But I like you being around me, so for what I can get from it, I'm gonna keep that.
It's so funny because I remember we had went out to the lounge on New Year's, and I remember one of the girls that was in our group, and I was like, and I basically told her that I had an interest in one of the girls. She's like, hey, go for it. I'm like, all right, fuck it, all right. Talked to her, got a number and shit, and then I sat there and I thought about it. Like, in my head, I'm like, we in a club. Well, this is not what I've done. I don't really go to the clubs all this time. I'm in my head like, nah, I'm not really feeling it, right? So I deleted the number, right? so listen to my logic, right? Listen to my logic. So I told them, right? I was out with him and my other guys. I was out, and I'm driving. I'm letting them know, like, yeah, I got a number. They're like, yeah, but I deleted it. Yo, why? And I'm like, so my thinking is this. This is my theory. It's not real. Like, going to clubs, going to lounges, for me, it's not real. This is not an environment that I'm used to going to. So that's not me. I just don't think that places like that are authentic to me. Because everybody dressed their best. Everybody is dressing to look, to be a catch. Right, yeah. So that's just not me. And I just find that so funny because it's like the fact that they reacted that way. Like, you should have just waited. And it's funny because she never gets texted back. So she never texted me back the next morning or nothing like that. So when I do go out, I don't go out with the expectation of I'm about to get some draws tonight, or I'm about to do some shit that you see in movies where it's like it's a one night stand, and it's this beautiful thing, or it's like this crazy thing. I go out, have a good time, have no expectations, probably dance behind the big fat ass, and I go home. I don't, because I know how people are when they intoxicated, under the influence, and things like that. So I don't take it serious. I just don't.
So I could think that.
I just don't.
I could think that. That's a very intriguing way to look at things. I never heard that perspective before.
Yeah, because niggas really go to the club. I've seen it, I've heard it. They go to the club with this expectation. It's mad bitches.
True.
They go to the club, get the number, and they fall in love. Bro, it's only for one night.
But I'm not gonna say that because it depends on the situation.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna say that because see, you know why I feel like tainted his image? It tainted your image because you did look for, alright, fuck it, a sober mom. Text you and da da da, and she didn't respond back, and that kind of tainted his image of the fact like, oh that shit fake, this shit da da da. Which don't get me wrong, it can be right. She didn't, right? It can be true. What you saying can be true, but it could also not be true.
No,
because that same situation can happen, and it can happen to somebody else where you do meet somebody at a club and it be that and that and that, and it goes from how you met her to establishing some type of friendship, and then it could potentially turn into a relationship, maybe turn to something more.
You're absolutely right.
It can happen.
No, you're right. I'm not.
So this is what I'm saying.
I wasn't saying that it don't happen.
Even if it'll turn into a relationship, y'all might end up kicking it outside that day. No, becoming a real good friend to you. You might even end up fucking if you be real, but it might not be the end all be all like relationship and all that type of shit.
I get that.
It could transpire more than what it did. It can. So in your case, it didn't happen. So I get you even looking at it like, bro, that should be big. That crush, that's all movie lifetime shit.
But I'm right and wrong at the same time.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm right and wrong. So what I'm saying is, it's like I've been in situations where it was like that, where people dress their best, and then when they don't, let's just say, prime example, prom, right?
Okay.
You see, you talk, no, you're the nerd, right? You're the nerd, or somebody that nobody ever looked at you at all, like this may be. You throw that motherfucking suit on. Oh, I used to. You know what I mean? I used to like, you never said anything to me until I put this tux on. You see what I'm saying? So that's the point that I'm making, is that sometimes in those situations where you're required to dress your best, or situations or events where you dress your best, some people just put on the front. And if it's just only for one night, then I'll entertain it. But I don't go to clubs with that mindset of I'm on a bag of shawty, and we might live ever after. I don't take it serious. Is what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't take it serious.
Hear me out though, because that could be the instance anywhere. Like,
right?
You went to the gym, you got on your gear from Nike Tech suit or whatever. You going to Starbucks.
Gym not the same. Gym is not the same.
Hear me out though. You go to Starbucks to grab a drink or whatever. You see a cute drink in there. You're like, you know what? Get a drink on me or whatever. I think you're cute. You feel me? She's like, oh, thank you, honey. You get the number. You text her, and she don't respond. So it's like,
but I'm gonna tell you why it's different though. Let me tell you why it's different, because I feel like when you go out to a laundromat, when you go out shopping, food shopping, whatever the case may be, anything that's not outside the club, I feel like that's more of a natural approach, because you're not wearing your best. Even if it is a woman that's wearing makeup and shit like that, me personally, I feel like women who wear makeup most of the time are liars, because you're not showing who you truly are. Even because y'all will all agree that women that are natural.
I think we should talk to the viewers, because we don't have to watch it.
Women
I think should be very mild.
I just think that women that are natural are just a little bit more appealing, because it's like eventually we have to see what's behind that mask. So if you already put your best foot forward and you show like this is who I am outside the makeup, you don't have nothing else to hide as far as appearance. But if like you already wear makeup and you wearing your best, you're just gonna be attracted to that look. So I'm saying you're not.
So as a person as somebody that's like now part of like the club and bar industry, I definitely get what you're saying, because in some lights, like you go out to the farm and and that night you probably a little lit, so you feel a little confident, this, that, and the third. Me personally, because of my lifestyle, I'm the type of nigga, you know, somebody said if I meet you in a club or a bar, you gotta know that you gotta know in the back of your mind, it just might not go no further in this environment. Why? Because it's fun, this environment. So I get what you're saying. Like a lot of times, I'm not even gonna lie to you, just because of the type of person I am. And then I started to say that I be flexing a little bit, but it don't be about that. It's like, I meet you, I see you, I think you fine. I just want to take you out one day. Just to talk, this, that, and the third. After that,
Yeah, I feel it.
and that's banging for you. That's for me. Like I just like being around beautiful women. So I know what you mean as far as like the, like that mindset, like not really giving a fuck about it too much. Like, but there are the times where like, because I'm not gonna lie, there's definitely been a couple of drinks where I've been in the club. You feel me? We kicked it. You feel me? And it was that for a little while, but after a while, it died down. I was like, you know what? I only really want you in that kind of setting. But yeah, we done took it out of that setting. I can't even go back to that place with you because it's like, you know,
but this is my thing, right, fellas? Because I want y'all to dig deep, right? I want to ask y'all, isn't that? But I ain't gonna ask y'all, isn't that? That'd be a dumb question. But bro, that's the time we living in.
It is.
We're literally living in that time. Even far as what you said, Zay, far as yo, you go in the club, everybody dress their best, that shit you fit, you create a narrative, bro. That's literally the time we live in. Look at look at media, right? You could meet a chick nowadays and they quick to give you their Instagram and their number. You know why? Because the narrative of what they think online, they want you to see that other than the ethnicity of what shit really be. So you gotta get hip to what's the real and what it is, bro. Because a lot of that shit, you do what you gotta do to get what it is that you're looking for, bro. Because a lot of that shit, we know it be slanted, but the world we living in, it has to look like something. I'm gonna jump back to Hunter music. We all know he got a big following. They know he's a great fucking artist, right? He's a great artist, and like he said off camera, bro. It meant times, he was doing his own thing, and a motherfucker would rather go support a bigger artist that they might know, or whatever the case may be, but he might have something that's coming up, and they might give an excuse as to why they can't come with this and that. And it's like, bro, we know what the real reason is of why a motherfucker fake can't come with that. Because if he was a way bigger artist, he's already a great artist, ain't got a name. If he was a way bigger artist on a way bigger scale, without a doubt, motherfuckers would pay whatever for his tickets. Motherfuckers would do whatever to get to see him, but being that he's not one of the ideal people that's not worldly known yet on a scale, it comes with different excuses and this and that, and that just goes to show, my nigga, people love the shit that I guess you could say they love. You could love a motherfucker in the image of what's in. I'll say that. They love the image of what's in, because if you pop and you this big name and you this and that, your music or whatever your craft could be might not even be that good. I've spoken this before. You could have, like we said, you could have somebody like Famous Tay, right, who do hair really well. You could have a friend who do hair really well that probably use the same products, do the same technique. But if you take a ratio of people who will go to Tay than that regular person, Tay get a lot more people because of what? The name when he brings that out. So it's the brand. It's not even about the fact of, bro, this nigga more real. He talking about shit I can relate to more. A motherfucker would rather listen to a nigga like Lil Titi who not even living the life that he's talking about, but because he got better marketing, maybe better clothes, he got more hoes around him, it's like, oh no, we like him more. But it's like, my nigga, this nigga is actually talking about something that you're going through right now. He's talking about something you're going through right now. So, and this is what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with what you're saying. 100%, yeah, be fake, be slanted. But it's like, bro, you gotta get in of what's going on to see some sort of feeling. I'm not even saying true, because you got some dudes in music or whatever the case may be that don't. Because there's a lot of artists who don't even got like the either money wise or the bigger name as like people we listen to, but I'll consider them more of a real artist because I can relate to. You get what I'm saying? You got niggas like Kiss, who I love. Niggas like Jeezy Wall. Niggas that's in that like was like motherfuckers don't necessarily always bump them, but you got more niggas who get more radio play who was like, bro.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? You can listen to this like, bro.
Exactly.
This shit they talking about is silly shit. It ain't even like, you know what I mean? And I'm not hating on anybody and they craft, and I'm proud of anybody who out and doing their thing, new artists or anything. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean? I even like Ice Spice. I like that girl, she cool. But you don't have her music playing, and you'll be like, alright, that shit cool. But then you'll get like an underground little rapper that might be from the city you at, that's talking that shit. And it's like,
You don't hear it because there ain't no gimmick to it.
exactly. There's no gimmick to it.
Like,
And that's fucked up. You know what I
People
mean?
know what you're saying, like, from our initial conversation, you feel me? Like, you're looking at the following, and you're like, I don't know, like, he might not pull up, you feel me? Like, there's a lot of people like that, but from my experiences, I had to build that up for myself because prior to that, I was getting people, oh yeah, I want you to come through to do this, that, and the third, and I get there, and it's the whole fucking Hooterville performing before me, and I'm like, I done brought motherfuckers out and shit like that, so I had to build it up to get, you gotta build yourself up to get that kind of response. So what you're saying is true, like, you know, they come to the club looking good because that's what they want. You know, and so I definitely get that like perception of it. Like it is, I think it's a purpose. And like, it all depends on like you, what you into, what you like. Me personally, some nights like I said some days I want to get it together. Some nights I'm like, fuck it, I want to be lit. I want to be outside. I
get that.
It's like you know, everybody got a choice with it, but it's definitely a certain thing. If it don't look like something, you're not going to fuck with it.
Right.
When I went to Vegas, and when I went to Miami, both of them trips was 2-3 day trips, right? We created so much content. I was back already. Niggas hit me like, yo, bro, when you coming back, bro? We gotta link it. I'm like, I'm in the house, like, just call my phone. But they so hyped for what they see on Instagram. You forgot you had my number.
Yeah.
And you was sliding up like, bro, when we get back, it's lit. Nigga, I'm home. But because of what it looked like, you were so ready to party with me and be lit with me. And it's like, bro, I'm in the house chilling with I had a monitor on, nigga. I'm watching Power, like, I need a piece of that I booked 2 days ago. Like, you feel me? Like, people don't really know, so I get what you're saying because those can be very fucking deceiving. And I've experienced that. Like you said, they give you the gram because they phone off, and you think it was just lit.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't go to. That's what I'm saying. I don't go to the club with the intent of I'm about to leave out here with something and build a whole relationship and marry this person. Like I just enjoy the night for what it is.
Yeah.
If it happens to be a come back to my career type shit, we can get right. Me personally, and there's no knock on anybody who do this, or but me personally, I won't take that shit. It's just me personally because if I meet you in that environment, I know you're gonna want to go back to the club, and I'm not gonna want to tell you what you should do and what you shouldn't do. That's not me. If you go to the club, hey, you know what I mean. But that's just not something that I'm accustomed to. That's not my thing. Because every once in a while, you'll probably like within a year, I'll probably go to a club maybe like what 3 or 4 times out of the year. When you got people going like 3 or 4 times out of each month or out of each week, that's not me.
I got a problem. Yeah, niggas.
See, that's not me, and I know that's not me. So it's like I would much rather, me personally, and it's not shitting on nobody. It's just me and my lifestyle, how I am. I would go to a motherfucking coffee shop before I go to a goddamn, you know what I mean? That's just me personally.
That's the type of vibe you're looking for.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. I'm right and I'm wrong in the sense of saying that, but I just don't take women. Me picking, you know, I don't take that serious as far as like seeing anything more than what it is.
But you are aware it can transpire more than.
I'm pretty sure it has happened.
Okay.
I'm pretty.
Okay. A lot of good girls. Let me tell you, a lot of girls listen like I never went to college, but because I was like always so I was always so popular. So sophomore year, I'm at Willie P for a week, just chilling and vibing, and I'm telling you, like the girls are like, oh yeah, she the valedictorian. She on the table like, what? You listen to it. probably thinking like, oh, nah, she be wilding. After
Yeah.
this, she back to the books. You know, like it's a perception thing.
Perception is
like,
key.
you know, for a fact. It depends on you, but I got to get you. Say like, I don't even think you should say you right or wrong in that kind of situation because like in that, my favorite thing to think is like there's nothing thing is good or bad.
Right.
You can make choices. For me, like it's a decision. Like you know, it's a choice. I prefer this. That's what I'm going for. You know, I might just want to come out like me personally. I swear to God, I go out. I get everybody's number. Tomorrow, I'm not texting you back. That was for the vibe. We both felt that. You enjoyed that. I did too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's similar to what you just said. Like, well, it's what you said. It's an experience. And that's just one experience I don't take. That's what I'm saying.
I could think
I
that.
feel that.
That's a better way to put it.
Yeah, in short, it's just an experience I don't take.
Delivery wasn't hitting the
I
right.
have questions for y'all. I know y'all asked me, but I have questions for y'all. So, and of course, it's about music. What do y'all feel like? If you feel like something is missing, what do you feel like is missing from today's music? Like, what can artists bring
I got the motherfucking answer.
more?
I feel like you know the answer too.
Yeah.
It's motherfucking love. I personally think it's love.
Yeah.
But why do you think like love?
I feel like it goes back to really what people define love to be. Because I feel like it's love oftentimes can be over sexualized. Love can be over sexualized. Men and women singing about sex, not making love, not how to maintain a relationship, how to maintain a marriage, how to get into a marriage. I just think that it's more just so about I don't know, like artists have the voices of R&B, but it's just not, it just don't hit.
So that takes me back to when you asked me about what was more dangerous, love or greed, because what exactly is love? Because I won't say specific artist names because I don't know like the full details of the situations, but like you got like, for example, I'll say this: you got like Whitney and Bobby, right? From what the narrative that was put out, Bobby was whooping Whitney ass, or whatever he was doing, and but when you listen to Bobby Brown music back then, people would say, "Yo, like that's what it's really about." But what really is it? Because it's like now, if you really think about it, like somebody that, like a perfect example, Curtis Mayfield, right? Curtis Mayfield was a bad motherfucker. Like this nigga was always talking about some hood shit. You got a song called Pushing Man talking about a drug dealer. It's like people really grew to it, but it's like them Thug Gun, they talking about the same shit. But it's like it's I feel like it's a perception thing. Like what is love for real? Like
You know what I would say? I mean, because I agree with you on the love, but not the love of another person. Really, the love of music.
I agree.
Like some people do it because they just was chilling one day with their homies. They're like, "Yo, man, you need it," and he'd just say whatever, and it hit. So it's like, "All right, cool." But you wasn't in love with music. That wasn't what you wanted to do. For the people that actually love music, and this is their way of really bonding and like showing them their real self, is different compared to loving another person. You know what I'm saying? Like the love of music has been lost, and you could tell who still loves music and who loves music compared to who doesn't have the love. For example, when Dipset battled the Lots,
Yeah, legendary.
Dipset was
legendary.
lip syncing and all type of shit. The love ain't as strong as it used to be, in my opinion, and from the perception they give.
Yeah.
Jada was pissed. He like, how the fuck y'all up here? Y'all ain't rapping y'all songs. Kiss rap every song himself. He rapped.
Love Kiss.
He loves the
I love
music.
it.
He loved what he did. He loved what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like you can see the difference in just the musicianship itself.
Nothing that is like that too.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I agree with what both of y'all said to answer Hunter's question about, we like this music. What I personally feel like a top thing for me, what I feel like is missing nowadays, bro, is the fact motherfuckers in general, I feel like it's just not extraordinary enough. And you know why I say that? I say that even if I'm thinking on a scale of like where we from, I feel like motherfuckers just not extraordinary enough because whether it be an R&B artist, a person that can sing, or even a rapper, right? The narrative of just how music is nowadays. If you're a rapper, you gotta talk gangster shit. You gotta do drill. If you're an R&B artist, and maybe you a male and you sing about love, maybe a nigga might think that's weak or that's soft, or a nigga might think you a pussy because you rap, because you singing towards the females down. And it's like, my nigga, where the fuck did these narratives come from, my niggas? And that's what I mean by motherfuckers is scared to be extraordinary. Because like I said earlier, bro, I feel like it's a lot of even artists and more R&B singers that we don't know that actually sing, but because of the circumstance they get quiet, or they hang around a group of people, so they don't want to sing some shit that they feel, you know what I mean, about they past or about a woman, or talk to the ladies because they might feel like, what nigga, you look like this or you act like this? There's no way you sing and talk about love and all that. It's like, bro, what the fuck you get this narrative from? And that's what I mean. Niggas is scared to be extraordinary. So when I bring it to a bigger scale of just like music in general, and one person actually did say that I actually do love is Young Thug, and I'm gonna say Young Thug because he is the definitionary. I mean, I'm sorry, I've been drinking. The definition of the definition of extraordinary, because when he came out, the shit fucked music up so bad, and while a lot of people think he ain't make it because he was so unorthodox, because he wasn't what was in it. This nigga was painting hell, he was wearing dresses, niggas was like, hey, what the fuck is going on, blah, blah, blah. Nigga had his own weird sound, so it was like, bro, this nigga ain't gonna make it. He asked, what are we saying? He this and that, that nigga, I don't know what year it was, made the cover of being one of the most influential niggas ever in music, nigga. And he, exactly, he was being himself. He walked into that shit, nigga, that's me. I'm coming like this. And look how many people after Young Thug inspired that type of sound and shit. You got niggas like Lil Uzi, Lil Pump, everybody that's after the ground.
You gotta get on at the lane, though.
Oh, true. Wayne played a big part in that, but what I'm saying is, because we talked about that shit before too, but Young Thug did implicate a lot of shit from Wayne, but a lot of that shit was Thug too, you could tell. Yeah. It was him. It was the whole unorthodox, extraordinary, in him. And I feel like music with this, because me, I listen to shit that's now, but if I had an option, a lot of shit, y'all know me, a lot of shit I play, bro, is old shit. Yeah. I listen to old rap, old R&B, because I'm like, bro, the shit they were talking about then and all that shit hit way more than what motherfuckers is talking about now. It don't hit the same. Even if you saying it, that shit, it's like the passion in how shit was then. You know what I mean? Even like censor shit, a lot of the old shit we listened to, bro, was great music. Without even parental advised music shit. Now you listen to that shit now, it's like they gotta say so much of feeling that shit with so much bullshit because of how shit is. It's like, my nigga, back in the day, they had to do none of that, and the song was amazing. Bro. The song was amazing.
Bro, songs, bro, it's no reason why, like, yo, literally every other week, it's an old song of hers, and that shit back somewhere, that shit on TikTok is everywhere, because it's like, yo, like, regardless of who wrote it or whoever did what, it's like, yo, like, you can tell that woman really loved what she did to the point where it's like, that shit come on. It's Mariah Carey songs that have been out for years, and now it's people like my little sister know how the songs, like, and I'm like, that's like, damn, like, that's different. It's songs, it's artists now, it's like, a couple years ago, yo, this fire gonna be forever. Anybody singing it no more, like, you feel me? Like, one of my favorite songs, I think it's called One Night by Lil Yachty. When that song came out, I'm like, yo, this is my theme song, like, and now I'm like, what song? It don't.
And that's my thing too, because see, even, and I want to speak on this shit too, because a lot of old songs that we have, it gets shuffled. And this is my thing personally, right? I'm cool with, like, I want to say a legendary beat that everybody loves. I'm cool with, like, a new artist sampling it. But I feel like, bro, if you gonna sample that shit, don't think, I'm pretty sure you and y'all gonna say, like, don't disrespect the song, my nigga. Because now you put this new narrative in my head whenever I hear it, it's like, why did you fuck this song up so bad? And I'm pretty sure we all got examples of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the one that I can think off the top of my head, we all like that song, you know, say my name. Golden song. We love that for the old, we love that shit. But then, they remade it with Fabio, Cola Ray and shit. They did the same name. And it's like, that shit was cool, but it's like, bro, you still disrespected that song, my nigga. I don't give a fuck how much y'all saw it off it, bro, y'all fuck that song up. I hate when niggas take the old goodies and they try to like redo it, and it's like, why did you do this? It's so bad, my nigga. You should never touch this
beat. I can
beat.
say that I can tell it's never gonna die. X Factor about Long Hair.
Yeah.
Yo, so many songs, and it's like, I'm not gonna lie, each one, in my opinion, slap. Cause it's like, yo, it always take you back to that. You go back to that Long Hill album, you listen to that shit, and she only got one album.
Right,
one album.
Amazing.
Bro, like,
amazing.
Hey, Boogie just sampled it.
Right.
Fucking Cardi B and Lauryn Hill wrote on the song with Cardi B, and I said, like, some people that care for me.
Right.
Like, that's one song, yo, it's timeless. And that's what I try to go for when I make music. I don't even try to go for it. It's just, like, the artist that I listen to, like, I'm gonna keep it like one of my favorite of all time. You probably even know John Mayer. Like, this dude, he's behind the scenes with so many different things. And once I learn how to, like, look for that kind of stuff, I'm like, yo, bro, like, you could play something that's old, so I wasn't even alive when it's out. But yo, when I listen to it, if somebody tell me right now, I'm continuing to a John Mayer concert, I'd probably pass out, bro. And when you hear this white man sing, you like, ain't no way, bro. Like, yo, like, it's timeless. That's me personally, that's what I feel like is that timelessness. Like, you want something that's gonna go years and years. That's why I said Bestfriend was my favorite, because I didn't do nothing to it. Like, for a song that I didn't do nothing to is the reason why I should have 30,000 streams on Spotify, Apple Music. I didn't do anything to it. It took itself and it just did what it had to do.
Right. What was the? I feel like there's one answer, but I'm asking anyway. What's the best? What era had the best music? I think it's one answer.
I feel like 80s. I feel like 90s, 2000s.
I think it's 90s.
Yeah, 90s, 2000. I would say 2000.
Niggas in the 90s was hungry. Them niggas was hungry.
Yeah, the 60s, and that plays a big part too. You know, as you're an artist, you know, the opportunities and things was so different then, bro. Like, the fact when a nigga talking about niggas like Nelly or Ja Rule, whether who sold like millions of copies, no, niggas got up off their ass to go buy your shit.
Street team had to do a lot of outside the store.
Yeah.
It was just like, he got the song.
Right. It was so, you know, and I get what some of the older legends, either how they be feeling, you know, about the newer artists, cause not even they hate, but they be speaking of real. It's like, bro, the shit I had to do, nigga, I know my catalog, nigga, compared to new nigga, is better than your shit. And nigga, what I got for a show and what nigga you get for a show is wild. And I got like a blow their mom, so I'm like, nigga, my songs, nigga, still ring to this day, and it's a part of history. Right. A nigga could make a song and get 25,000 a show, and it's like, man, that shit, niggas ain't gonna hear that shit in the future. Yeah. So I understand how a lot of the older legends feel. It's not even about me, because a lot of like, man, that old nigga hate. No, that's not me. That's the real. It's the real shit. It's struck nothing booty.
I'm in the club now, and certain shit come on, like. I'm gonna probably go way left field with this. Miley Cyrus, bro. Right? Now, don't get me wrong. Billy Ray Cyrus is our father, so she can only be great. Like, but bro, when they play Party in USA, you see bro. Word up. When I get older, I'm putting this shit on the all kids dance. Like, yo, I'm telling you, or my boo, the and I. Never gonna die. Before I listen to her, never gonna die. The songs are just like
it's timeless.
Good music is good music.
All right, so before we wrap it up, right?
Right.
I have one last question.
Mhm.
This is your chance to tell the youth that's doing music or considering getting into music. What would be your one main thing of advice that you would give them?
My main piece of advice that I'm giving them is it's gonna get lonely, you're gonna go broke, people gonna hate you, you're gonna be in some uncomfortable positions, but no matter what, remember why you started doing what you was doing, and I don't care who comes along, I don't care what you gotta learn or how you gotta compromise, keep your eye on that prize. Keep your eyes on that prize, and I promise you, something good will come out of it. And I wish I had somebody to tell me that, like, when I was younger, because, like, there's been mad times, like, I can go for months and not do nothing. Because I got a love for it, I always went back to it, but if I had somebody tell me that, bro, I wouldn't be here right now. There, you'd be FaceTiming me on this podcast. I still did, but you feel me? Like, I'd be in a whole other place if I always kept my eyes on the prize. I let people come in, and it had a lot to do with how I like receive constructive criticism. I had a lot of people come in and like they didn't say do something, and I instantly was just like, dang, maybe what I'm doing ain't all that. Like maybe I should like stop, or maybe I should like try to do how they do it. Keep your eyes on the prize. What you want, go for it. And if you get it, cool. Take it to the next level. Like don't ever stop. Like always be working towards. Always look for a way to better yourself. Like you never know too much. You're never there. You're never there. At all. Right. That's my advice. For the R&B.
That's some
Word to R&B.
great. That's some great advice. That's some great advice. You know, this was an amazing episode. You know what I mean? I hope, you know, y'all got a lot of knowledge. Same shit that we got. We definitely appreciate R&B Hunter, like I said, for being the first motherfucking guest to come up here and show love. He gave insight into him personally. You know what I mean? He does it to him personally. We talk about, you know, the music and his artistry. You know, please tune into bro before we, you know, exit it, give out your socials and everything else that you say.
So once again, it's your boy R&B Hunter. You can find me anywhere at R, letter N, letter B, no space, Hunter. Any social media platform, any streaming platform, R&B Hunter.
Love it when you lie to me. Love it when you lie. Love it when you lie to me. Love it when you lie. Lie to me. Love it when you lie to me. If I beat it up, can you keep it down? If that bitch a friend, she can get down too. Keep it under clothes, it's a secret love. Victoria